she's waiting outside, and she's Crystal. She's applying for the captain job, captain position. So shall I bring her in?
So I'm the restaurant manager of this hotel.
I'm Donnie, the general manager of this hotel.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So first of all, can you please introduce yourself?
Alright, good morning to everyone. My name is Crystal and I have just returned from the country around 1 year ago, and I'm still finding that it's very difficult to find a certain hotel where I can work in that actually, how do I put it in a way that is easy to understand? It's that basically a hotel where it is more towards customer oriented. And for that reason, this is why I chose Intercontinental Hotel itself. And I have over, let's say, 3 years of experience as a head waiter in an overseas hotel, Marriott. So that's more I can see.
Then may I know the reason why you have applied for this position?
As I said before, it was mainly because Intercontinental, as I heard before, that it is a hotel that is always more towards customer oriented, and that's the main reason why I joined hospitality, is to basically find a certain hotel where it is to please people. So I prefer a hotel where it is more towards the customer oriented, because to me, customer oriented is very important. And another thing besides that is because from what I heard is that Intercontinental is a hotel that provides for equal opportunity and a chance to learn and develop ourselves.
Okay, then what is your understanding about this position? Like, do you have any idea what will you do in this position?
As for Intercontinental, I cannot speak on your behalf. However, in my previous job, which is also as a head waiter, I had most often mainly be in charge of the restaurant when the restaurant manager or the food and beverage manager are not around. So my task consists of taking over if there is no one, like there's no supervisor in the restaurant. I'll be the one that's taking over and seeing everything is taken care of, such as ensuring that the ensuring that the staff's attires are well groomed and so on, and also ensure that the cutleries, crockeries and everything are polished and well kept, and of course to always do a morning briefing and so on. And besides that, it will be mainly to set the duty rosters for the next scheduling, and even for holiday listings and all that. And of course, when the manager are not around, my job will be to handle any customer complaints if there is any. So that's from my previous job experience.
So, what are the skills that you can bring to this hotel? How can it help?
Well, for starters, in my previous workplace, I had learned certain skills such as wine styling, so I know how to serve it. I can act as a sommelier, but I will not necessarily be as good as a sommelier, but I have basic understanding of wines. Besides that, I also have experience in working in buffets, and in buffets as well as in certain Western restaurants as well, like bars and buffets area. I have worked on that area, so I'm able to manage if there's any big crowds and so on. I'm capable of managing as well. Besides that, I am fine even if there is no supervision whatsoever, so I can handle situations if there is a need for it. If the manager is too busy to handle it, I'm able to handle the situation properly.
So if a customer complain about your poor service, how do you handle the situation?
Of course, first you have to show empathy. Basically, whenever there is a customer complaint, the first step is definitely to hear out the customer. Never antagonize them. Listen to what the customer has to say. And of course, once the customer has said what they have to say, then you of course have to ensure them that you have to handle the situation properly and ensure that no such thing will ever happen again. So that is for the customer side of the matter. However, in terms of the staff side of matters, because when there is a customer complaint, it's not a small matter. It's definitely a big issue. So we still have to find out whether or not the staff has done anything wrong. So if in a situation where the staff has been found to have done something wrong or is not following standard procedures, then of course you will have either to have certain repercussions such as providing or conducting training for the staff, retraining them, and because such issues, complaining is not a small matter, such issues is definitely a must to report back to the managers itself and see on what will the managers decide on. I would provide my own form of whether or not such action is correct, but in the end it is still up to the manager to decide whether or not this action is correct.
Just out of curiosity, like you said that you returned to the country 1 year ago.
Yes.
Like where did you go before that?
Previously I was in Marriott, UK. Okay. So the reason why I left UK was because I felt that there was not much of a challenge and I wanted to go back to my home country, which is Malaysia. And from there, I had met a once colleague of mine that told me that Intercontinental was a really good hotel to work in because of, like I said before, a fair and equal job opportunity to extend the ladder of the workforce.
So are you staying here in KL or other part of Malaysia?
I'm currently staying in KL.
So I have no questions. So you just mentioned one study a year. So where do you study before and for how long?
Where did I once study before? I studied in Taylor's University
Oh. For how long?
for 3 years.
3 years. Oh.
So can you give some example the challenges that you met before?
Okay, first challenge that I met before was actually because you see, under an F&B, as F&B people, we will know that teamwork is very important. So if there is even one staff that is not satisfied with their job or anything, basically it can ruin the teamwork, correct? So I had faced the same issue when I was working in Marriott once, where a staff member, they were not too happy with one another, so there was a quarrel. So of course, as a head waiter, you still have to be able to judge and of course give out a fair judgment of like a punishment, or I would say punishment, like a fair trial or like a fair judgment. But there are times where even when you as a head waiter have provided a fair judgment, the party that received that judgment will not necessarily be too happy about it. And of course with that, what will happen is basically it will ruin the teamwork. So it is very difficult. That was the one challenge I faced. It was very difficult to find a fair judgment without any certain repercussions that would affect teamwork as well. So that was one of it. But another challenge that I have faced is on the side of our customers. So there are times when customers will provide coupons that are already expired or start up certain issues where where it's clearly not the fault of the restaurant. So in this situation, you have to handle them with proper care because a customer is basically someone that is paying for the restaurant. They're basically paying for the meal. So it's very difficult in certain situations to make sure that they fully understand that it is on their part, that such as the coupon, as I said before, the expiring coupon. In this case, it can't be used. You can't use an expired coupon. And the thing is, the customer would of course be insisting that the coupon be used, but you still can't do it. So in certain situations like this, one of the biggest challenges was to provide a fair judgment. So what are the certain steps that you need to take, especially when the manager is not around? So that was one of the challenges.
So you said you had like fight between the staff.
I wouldn't.
How do you overcome that one?
So if there is a quarrel between staff, or is, I'm so sorry, I didn't hear quite clearly. Did you mean that there is a quarrel between me and the staff, or between
the
staff?
staff. How you handle that situation?
Because I had experienced such situation before, normally what will happen is definitely you have to separate the staff apart, because it is not good to have like two people quarreling to stay in the same room. So separate each staff and ask them what happened, and of course each party will have their own side of the story, and of course if there are any other staff that are witness to the fight, you will have to talk about it and ask them what is really going on, and based on that fact that has been given, exercise a proper judgment.
So how about the expired coupon? How you handle, how you tell the guests that the coupon is expired, you cannot use it, but she's still complaining, right?
Yes.
So how you handle the situation?
First off is I showed empathy, so I would of course, even though I know that I already know that it can't be done, but of course you still have to listen to the customer. That's why I would definitely listen to the customer first. I listen to the customers, let her just talk about her side of the story, and once she has completed her side of the story, I explain to her as clearly as possible without any form of or any intention to show certain acts that show that you are not being respectful to the customer. So I inform her that because the coupon has already been expired and I have no authorization to allow her to use this coupon, she cannot use this coupon out. So I explained it clearly to her, and in the end she understood.
Just asking, like, other than Marriott, did you actually work in other hotels?
Well, I won't necessarily say a hotel, but I did work in certain restaurants. I worked in 2 different restaurants before, and from there I slowly worked up the ladder. So I started off as a waiter in the first in the first cafe that I worked in, and slowly I built up and started working in a restaurant, and from there, after gaining more than enough experience, I applied to work in Marriott, and in Marriott, of course, I still held the position of a waiter, but I slowly ascend up to a head waiter role.
So we almost finished our interview. Where do you see yourself in the future, like in 5 years?
Well, of course, 5 years from now, I would like to be able to ascend in job positions such as maybe of the role of a supervisor, if possible, a supervisor, and I would not like to dream big, but I would also hope to at least one day extend the ladder to the assistant restaurant manager role.
Like, what is the time required for you to ascend the position, like from supervisor to assistant manager? Like, how long will it take approximately? Like, you plan to use how many years to ascend to that position?
Well, if possible, I would really like to extend it in at least 1 to 2 years.
Supervisor or?
Supervisor.
So how do you improve yourself to achieve that dream?
Definitely, of course, the first step is you have to work hard, of course, and besides that, you will also have to show proper judgment and skills, because a supervisor is basically somewhat of a right-hand man to the food and beverage manager. So you have to improve your skill in terms of managing a larger group of people, because for the supervisor, it will not only be handling the staff, but you also be handling other issues that is related to the kitchens and so on. So you need to be able to communicate well. So what I would like to improve, what I see myself doing is that I have to improve more on my communication skills, and besides that, managerial skills, and definitely you have to learn the ropes from the supervisors themselves. And that's how I see it.
So if I were to ask your supervisor before, so I mean like manager, so how would he or she rate your performance? Like your weakness or strength or
Well, unfortunately, I cannot speak on behalf of my supervisor, but based on how I know that I've been working, I'm sure that my supervisor will say that I'm hardworking and responsible. But of course, my supervisor will also say that maybe I have certain weaknesses, such as not being able to work as a team, in the sense that I generally, if I find that if a team is not able to do the things properly, I would have to step in. However, I do know that you cannot work alone, but you still need to work as a team. That's why I'm working hard, but I know I'm improving and working as a team.
I think that's all from us. Do you have any questions for us?
May I know what is your take on the learning development of your staff?
For that, I think you will know once you are accepted to our hotel. But we did provide a learning development for all of the staff. Yeah.
so any others?
No.
Any questions?
I think that's all from us. Please give me roughly 1 or 2 weeks for us. We will contact you through your email.
Alright.
Thank you for coming.
So how do you think about Crystal?
So for my side, I think I think we can give an opportunity for her to try, because from the question about the complaint, she can overcome the problem about the staff and customer. I mean both sides.
Yeah. How about you?
For me, I think we can give her chance as well, since she's still young, and then she can develop really well for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She also got one studying.
Yeah, she got a lot of experience actually. Like she's working in Marriott, and then I believe that she can do well.
Can do well in the hotel.
So are you going to accept?
Let's discuss it later. For lunch first.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.